From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, time now for our Legacy of Leaders segment here on The Horse's Mouth. And Tommy Max back at the bar, brought to you by our friends at Brust Nutter Wealth Advisors and at Goodfellas Cigar Lounge and Spirits. My guest this time around is Alexander Moore, CEO and founder of Yümicare, and he's here at the bar. Hi, Alex.
Hey,
how you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. Cheers,
great
man.
Great to see you and great to have you on the show, man.
Well, thanks for the invite, Tom.
You've been here since 1989, you said. So
89.
basically a native.
I'm a native. You know,
Pretty
it
much.
snowed. It snowed that year.
That's right.
Remember that?
I wasn't here then, but yeah, I remember seeing about
it
that.
hasn't snowed since.
Yeah, well, that's maybe a good omen. Right? you got it to stop snowing here in Jacksonville, Alex.
Absolutely.
That's great there. All right, tell us about Yümicare, man. You're the founder and CEO. How'd you start it? How'd you get into it? And tell us what you're doing.
So Yümicare is a digital marketplace that connects seniors with trained local caregivers.
Okay.
I got going in this business. I've been in healthcare for 20 years in Jacksonville, believe it or not.
All right.
And I've seen this industry kind of struggle.
Yep.
And it really hit home when my family started going through it.
Okay.
So I started this company to really change things.
Yep.
The big gap in the market is, finding somebody that really, really cares to come in and focus on that relationship.
Yep.
Now, people need all kinds of things in the home.
Sure.
To prevent them from going into senior living facilities or whatever. And you can hire an agency to come in and do companionship or whatever, but a lot of times the caregiver comes in, they're overworked, they're a little bit burned out, having trouble.
Yep.
What we wanted to do is change that. We wanted to get good quality caregivers that build relationships.
Okay.
Okay, and we did that by solving the technology piece, which allows us to pay caregivers a lot more.
Okay.
Allows us to retain them and make them happy.
Okay. So I have a 91-year-old mother who broke her hip probably 4 months ago. She's better, healing up great, but have had in-home, care, occupational therapy, physical therapy, and whatnot. Right. Are we talking that? Or are we talking more like, hey, if you need help, just getting around, help going to the grocery store or help getting you to a point? Is that what we're talking about?
It's the subclinical stuff.
Okay.
So there's home care, there's medical home care, and then there's what we do.
Okay, cool.
Which is like the iceberg. So you got people that need medical help, and then there's this iceberg of people that just need help getting around companionship, meal prep, transportation, all the things that we would do for our parents if we could do it all the time.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
And we find that people need help with that, and finding good quality care is hard.
No doubt. And for my mother, she's in the towers, Pablo Towers in Jacks Beach. Mm-hmm. We love it. She loves it. But she could absolutely use something like that. Now, my siblings and I, we go see her, we help her, we do this and that. But to fill in those gaps.
Fill in the gaps.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we have clients. We actually have a client not too far from there.
Okay.
And we go by 2 days a week, 2 hours a day.
Okay.
Okay. And it helps fill in the gaps where the sons and daughters can't get there.
Yep.
But it provides support that they need. And we're one of the only companies out there that will do less than 6 hours at a time.
Okay.
A lot of agencies, you call them, they say, we're not coming out for less than 6 hours. But the way we're set up allows us to be able to get a local carrier that's close by.
Okay.
Right? And then they can come by however long you need.
So are you, in a sense, a staffing company for those type of caregivers? Like you're searching out for those?
That's an interesting way to put it. Yeah, because we're not an agency. What we do is we find families who need help, and then we find caregivers that match with them. And what's interesting is there's 4 components when it comes to matching a caregiver with a customer. There's the proximity, how far away.
Right.
There is their training level. Okay.
Yep.
And then there's their availability. Do they just work nights and weekends or whatever, right? And then the final thing, and this is where we really differentiate, personality.
Right.
Are they going to get along?
Right.
I mean, is this going to be a long-term relationship? Because we don't want to have a new person coming in every other day, especially if somebody has memory care issues.
And let's be honest, most older people are nice. They like talking. They just want to talk to somebody and be there and help out wherever, right? I mean, that's the relationship.
That's the relationship.
Right? That's the key to get them feeling comfortable. It's all about that relationship. Right? Well, that's great, man. So you just launched, officially launched in 2021. Is that correct?
Right. That's right. So in November, we launched a pilot.
Okay.
We wanted to test out the technology that we built. We wanted to test out the caregivers that we've been able to recruit and prove that we can kind of do this the right way. We launched small beta Jacksonville. Now we're in a phase where it's all about growth.
Okay.
So we're looking for local partnerships, and we're looking for local families who need help, and we just want to get the word out.
Cool. How can we help you other than being here on the show? How can people find Yümicare?
Yeah, I mean, the best way to just go online, www.ymicare.com.
Okay.
That's where we are. We're also all over, social media.
Cool.
As you know, we're sharing stories, we're changing lives, and I think that's really what it's about. People ask me, how do you plan to build this business? And I'm in the people business.
Yeah. There's a need. There's definitely a need.
There's definitely a need. And I'm in the people business, and it's all about creating relationships and helping people. People refer for this business.
Yep.
So you can do marketing and you should do marketing, but the way you're going to get a lot of your next customers is by having other customers that go, you need to call Yümicare.
Yeah. It's really important too, because as we wrap up, because I know just from my own mother, and filling in those gaps and having somebody just there. Because even when you're by yourself, even if it's for part of the day, you get lonely. Your significant other is gone. Maybe it's passed, not with you any longer. You may have family around, you may not.
Right.
Even if you do, you still need that kind of and it's more than companionship, right? It's not just hanging out and talking; it's hanging out and helping. Whether it's organizing something, getting you to where you have to go, making sure things are done for you, reminding you of things. That's a big one.
Medication reminders is a big one. A lot of people can get into trouble. They'll mix their medications, forget to take them. Medication reminders are important. The other thing, we have 3 pillars that we focus on: connectivity, activity, like physical movement and activity. You got to use it or you lose it. That's right. And then safety. There are a lot of things in the home that, as you get a little bit older, they become less accessible. Example is like, what kind of doorknobs do you have and that sort of thing.
Absolutely.
And so having our caregivers trained to kind of pick out and say, that throw rug is very nice looking, but that's a trip hazard.
It's a problem.
And you might end up with another broken hip.
No doubt. Or worse.
Do something about it,
or
right?
worse.
Yeah, exactly.
That's great.
So it's really about doing things different.
Cool, man. Taking care of people.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Absolutely.
Alex, awesome to hear about your story, man, and thanks for being on the show.
Appreciate you.
That's awesome. That's right, man. Taking care of people here in the fine city of Jacksonville and beyond. Always love meeting new people and hearing what they're doing to make the lives of others that much better. Hey, if you like these kind of segments and videos, make sure you check out iwantabuzz.com. Until next time, we'll see you, and stay safe and be cool out there. We'll see you right here on the Horse's Mouth. Cheers.